in a free society, you should be able to express anger, as long as you do it in a way that, you're not physically harming. I think you're right. The issue is never the issue. So it's not about trans. It's not about environment. It's not about BLM. It's always pushing this very specific Marxist ideology. All of these things are just used as vehicles to push this thing right the way through. It feels as though if you don't know that, where have you been for the last 10, 20, 30 years? And this politeness that people hide behind, it's one of the things that Peter Hitchens always says. Okay, people were rightly frightened of Jeremy Corbyn. Okay, because you're looking at massive anti-Semitism, you're looking at clear kind of Marxism there. No, all of that kind of thing. But what people don't really understand was that in terms of catastrophe for this country, Tony Blair was much more dangerous because he did much more stuff. And you're looking at Keir Starmer, much more dangerous because he's in a position to do something. Jeremy Corbyn is a campaigner. He's not a leader. Okay, and ultimately people know that, so they're not going to vote in it. Before you know it, with Tony Blair, you've got mass immigration. Straight away, you've got a complete dismantling, long march through the institutions, all of that stuff. And now we've got Keir Starmer taking it up again. The problem we have is that all of the censorship, all of the stuff, we had the Tories doing nothing for 15 years. As you said quite rightly, Alison Pearson's tweet happened. Yeah, that was under the Tories, and all of the rules were made under the Tories. And all of this stuff has come quite quietly come through. It's not been quiet for me and you. We've been talking about it and seeing it and expressing anger against this for such a long time. But the real problem with censorship is, I agree very much with emotion catharsis. But if you can't talk things through, you can't develop ideas, right? So I'm not interested in offensive for the sake of being offensive. I'm interested, like you, I'm interested in kind of developing the ideas in my head, and I can't do that on my own. I need dialogue. So I need to talk to people like you, because you might say, well, yeah, that's good. And that's a really good idea. No, but you're miles away on that. You need to think about this and you need to think about that. That's how things develop. We develop in the West through dialogue. And what they're trying to do is close down that dialogue and especially in universities and places like that, there isn't a dialogue. There's just a one-way traffic of indoctrination. You can't push back on that. That's the whole point is that the rough and tumble of dialogue is to kind of go to new places. We're not. We're just going to the same place. And that's really worrying about censorship.